That's it. Shouldn't be able to see a thing. I'm just going to move this over a little more in front of where I am, and everything's going to be all right. I think I've got shelter accomplished here, and I'll creep around. We're going to see what it looks like. Of course, at this point, I have no backpack on, no beer in my hand, just could claim to be some lost local out for a stroll in the neighborhood woods behind the Home Depot. And there's conveniently a hole cut out of the fence here, but I'm sure I'm not the first person that has camped here. All right. Yeah, we're talking. I think things are going to be pretty stealthy. Let's see. Good to be out of Mosquitoville there for even just a moment. Kind of walk around out here. It is your normal Home Depot, and you'd never happen to guess, just across the fence, right here, that there's a YouTuber camping out there. Kind of camping, if you can call it camping. So back in we go to the shelter in the woods. That's just brilliant. Nobody's going to see me at all. Time to dig into this. This one's menu number 20 off of the 2016 MREs. Long since expired. But it's okay. I'm a fanatic about fresh bread. I somehow doubt there's fresh baked bread in here. But we're going to examine the contents for the people who have not seen inside of a Canadian thing before, but you probably have. So the start of the show is the entree, and this is the meatballs with gravy. I'd personally be happy if the entire thing was just one big entree, but they get a bunch of other stuff in there. It comes in these little pouches, and you can use a flameless ration here, which we got, courtesy of Alzilla, local Edmonton musician who is also a military man, and he has he's a veteran who's hooking up with that. Next big star of the show is dessert. Applesauce. That could be not bad. This is like a clown car. Things are going to keep coming up. This is the part I dread. This is cornbread. Okay, at least it's not wheat bread. So cornbread with meatballs here, that doesn't sound bad at all to me. What? Mashed potatoes. Now we're talking. For that, I do need hot water, which I don't have a stove. That's okay. What else do we got? Strawberry meal replacement. There's a lot of different stuff in here. Moving right along. Of course, Reese's Pieces. Yum. It's good. Ice flavor sports drink. Of course, we've got our peanut butter. some tea, some orange pekoe tea. Yeah, I should have brought the stove with me. Coffee whitener. I'm guessing it's coffee, unless that's for the tea. Raspberry jam. Of course, it's raspberry jam. Pack of matches. If I had a pot, I could boil some water if I wasn't trying to be so darn stealthy. And there is a mixing bag, a beverage bag to mix the powder, and it's got, you know, where you put your sports drink or coffee water up to, so that you don't end up with coffee that will burn your throat. Frank's Red Hot. They are putting everything in here. Moist towelette, package of sugar, not to be outdone, a napkin, any long Blizzard spoon, Dairy Queen style, and crowning thing here is Tic Tacs for after. So quite a lot of stuff, and I wish I could make those mashed potatoes. But I just don't think cold mashed potatoes are going to be all that good. But I may be able to get creative and do this. I don't know if that's safe to do. We'll see how the evening goes. So, meatballs and gravy is going to be the start of this show. Try out one of these. I think these actually might be a little bit old. I could be eating cold meatball and gravy if they don't tune up that well. It's got the instructions right on. Shows where to fill the water to. This is kind of all I got with these bottled water. I try not to bring with me, but we're pretty much on the road now all the time. So there's actually at home, there isn't even anywhere to fill up with drinkable water. So as soon as we get a hotel, that's the first thing we're going to do. Load up on that. Yeah. There's no wrong way to do it, right? Water to once. It doesn't need much either. So water goes in. And of course, the hardcore MRE fanatics are going to be all over me for doing this incorrectly. I'm guessing it should be getting warm already. Oh my. I'm going to see if this warms up. And if it doesn't, it's going to plan too, because there's a Dairy Queen. I really tried. And while we're on the theme, I have to give a shout out to all the servicemen and women veterans that are making it possible for me to do ridiculous stuff like this. It's a job I wouldn't want, and I do appreciate all of your service, especially, I know a lot of troop folks in combat will just eat this cold in about a second and then be on their way. Fortunately, you don't really have to do that, but we did get a tour of a Canadian MRE, or IMPs, as they call them. I'll bring my stove next time. Yeah, this is doing nothing whatsoever. It's unfortunate. Yeah, not even warm. So these ration heaters clearly have a use by date on them. This meal can have some good enjoyment in the future. Right now, Hungry Steve is going to find something in a nearby store before everything closes. Find some dinner. You know, so I was really anticipating that I would cook something. Then I thought an MRE would be better. And now I realize there's dates on flameless ration heaters. So I'm just gonna stumble out of the woods here. And there's a parking lot with a lot of stuff here. It's actually a little pub. Now we're talking. Now this is not camping at all. Well, here's my options. Starbucks, closed. Lockbox, closed. Home Depot, closed.